Oh, quite skill. Little kitty, you're the one. You make life so much fun. Little kitty, I just adore you. Oh my god, I didn't see the cat entrance. Thank you, Catwoman. Oh, look at me. I'm Batman. I'm so scary. Alright, we're going to get him out of there somehow. I don't know why this keeps happening, but just hang on one sec, chat. Quick cover. Reversal. Oh my god, the Retro Ball's got on a roll up. Ontario just couldn't get out of that cover.
Oh,
Super kick!
let go! Let go!
Third!
Let go!
Super kick party! Yeah, pay the money for that.
No.
They seem to be really feeling the
There we go! Let's go! Let's go! No doubt! Over the foul pole! Let's go! I'm getting notes here and notes there and notes. Stimulation is the key word here. Lots of stimulation. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mike the Ref Twitch stream. It is our AEW Dynamite Sidecast. We're back here on a Wednesday. The show's changed channels for us up here in Canada, but we're still able to see the show, and I'm still able, great to talk to all of you as we are getting ready for Forbidden Door this Sunday. Always great to see everybody here, and thank you for being here each and every week here. Been a little bit of crazy this week. I have been wanting to get on more here, but unfortunately, well, life takes busy turns here, and by the time I get home, I'm basically falling asleep on this chair, so I don't think you guys want to watch me sleep. I know there is a different, there's a Twitch channel just for that, where it says I'm only sleeping, but I don't think you guys want to see that. But yeah, welcome everybody. Good to see everyone here. And like I said, we are a week away from Forbidden Door, and I should have pulled the poster for this week's show because they really teased us with something a little concerning that just didn't happen. So, our main event tonight is going to be the Death Riders versus Mystico and Brodito in a 6-man tag. Well, at least that's what they're advertising here. I think it's probably going to be Ospreay ELP will probably end up main eventing as we go here. We also got Swerve Strickland against Daniel Garcia going on tonight. Jack Perry versus Zack Sabre Jr. ahead of Sabre Jr.'s match with Kenny Omega. We're going to get Harley Cameron and Marina Shafir in a Survival of the Fittest qualifier, as well as Queen Aminata versus Red Velvet. And the Young Bucks versus TMDK. You didn't enjoy last week at all, Nats? I didn't think it was that bad. Granted, I got very low expectations. I didn't like the schmaz at the end for the, like how they had that 12-man tag. It just didn't seem like it wanted to add up properly there. It's going to be interesting to see how they tackle this next week here for matches, because we still got a few more that we do have to add into Forbidden Door. It is going to be a lot of fun this Sunday with Forbidden Door, regardless of what we got right now. The Will Serve stuff sucks. The 12-man tag, not interesting. And I would say, personally, Will and Swerve, there's been a lot of controversy behind it. The comments by Will being a jackass to, newly married wife in one of his comments. I get where he was going. I don't really care either way. But that's the thing, Nats. That's what they want you to do. They don't want to know who you want to root for. They want people to be split over this. I understand that Swerve's supposed to be the heel here, but in many ways, how many people are thinking that the job of this match isn't necessarily to determine a face or a heel. If you look at it realistically, what's supposed to happen here is Will Ospreay's supposed to win main event Wembley. We already consider that to be the fact of the point here. The job of this match is to try and make it so that we feel that there might be a possibility that might not happen. And honestly, I do feel that happened there. That you really could go either way on that match. By the way, for anybody watching in Canada right now, tune into TSN 5, not TSN 2. TSN 5, not TSN 2. Because they moved the channel tonight. So I get it's a tournament match. That's completely fine, but the promo did not help. Fair enough. I digress, Ted. I would get, new week, new show. Yeah, let's. You know what? Either way, I am looking forward to what's going on. My God, they whipped him so hard in that little spin there that he literally hit into the wall. Oh, we're starting with the trios match right off the bat, so I got it completely backwards, folks. I apologize. We're probably going to end up with a 12-man cluster, you know what, as the main, or else we probably could get Wheeler and ELP as the, or sorry, it's too damn hot here. Yeah, well, it's 25 degrees. We do have a rain warning again. By the way, good to see you tonight, Walker. Nice to see you taking a night off. I know you've been going crazy. While I got Walker here, since he is in the chat, and I forgot to message him personally, but I guess I could just announce it right now. Big news on our gaming channel. If you guys have been checking out our Backbreaker_gaming YouTube channel, we've had the playthrough of Walker's Mario Party completion run challenge, and it's just been going for, basically it's been 2 months right now of non-stop Mario Party, which honestly might be a medical condition. But we're going to continue that, the Goliath of a challenge, yeah. He literally just finished the main games last night, as well as ranked all of them. The announcement I have is the fact that starting July 1st, 7 days a week, 6 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Eastern, there will be a new video up of Walker Pipe Guys challenge every day on the channel. All subsequent videos from myself, from Rick Jules, we're going to be putting those in. Those are going to be more afternoon setups, which will be approximately 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Mountain. So we're going to get minimum 1 video a day, and sometimes you guys are going to be blessed with 2. So, and I'm only saying it if you want to know, I'm actually about 30 videos ahead at editing, so that's why I'm able to do this. So we actually love well, it's been 5 years now, and by the way, we're going to get into this match and everything going on right away. Good to see you here tonight, Homer. Just a heads up, we are celebrating 6 years of me as a Twitch affiliate this Sunday as part of Forbidden Door. I'm going to have 3 streams in 2 days. And we're going to be doing something I don't usually do a lot. We're going to be doing some indie demos on Sunday morning. So make your plans to enjoy early part of your weekend. Probably a warm-up to Slammiversary. I know some people are going to be watching that. I got to find out what time the Canada game is. Going to watch NXT. You're not paying for the pay-per-view? Or are you sailing the high seas? I don't want to encourage anybody sailing the high seas, but after what happened on Saturday, I fully thank you guys for sending me on that coastal trip last Saturday. Now, I also wonder, Nats, and this is a question I have for you for last week compared to... Because this crowd does sound pretty loud. Was the crowd part of it last week? Okay, so you're not worried about the match? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You know, it's... Saw a World Cup game today. Tough break, but they could still make some noise. Well, they fell asleep for... 5 minutes, 10 minutes? And they just couldn't make it back. Sounds like the way the Oilers used to be. You won't get as many Oiler references now anymore from me, just so you know. But yeah, now, it's going to be interesting now that Jesse Marsh, the coach, pretty much guaranteed that Alfonso's ready to go. It's a dual PBE. I'm more interested in talent of TK. More talent instead of TK. Okay, that's fair. And you know what? I don't think you're going to see much of that going on from New Japan for a while now. Because, well, you can only pull things so many times before they fall apart, right? Like, I know there's a few guys that might be worthy of having on the AEW roster out of New Japan, but do you really need them right now? Like, I don't think... I think if TK's going to sign anybody right now, it's going to be like an A-plus signing no matter what. Because I don't see us doing anything overly close, right? You know, that's fair. I don't blame you. In Canada here, it's actually $60 for me. I just paid for it yesterday. And unfortunately, we're about to see a murder tonight of Harley Cameron at the hands of Marina Shafir. Queen Aminata versus Red Velvet. I sort of assume it's going to be... it's going to be Queen Aminata in that match, but you never know. Now, All In, you're looking for... Well, you know what? We don't even know what's really on the card yet for All In, so I'm not even going to go there yet. And really, we can't even say that we're only going to be able to mention 2 competitors for All In. Because we still got one more pay-per-view between now and All In after Forbidden Door. And the fact that it's happening in Montreal, you know, screw jobs could happen left, right, and center there. Or, sorry, this one's better. When you talk about screw jobs for screw jobs in Montreal, I guess we'll throw a few of that out there. But I will say, and to Nats' defense, and I agree with this, I feel that Forbidden Door is a very, 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 very hit and miss pay-per-view for a lot of people. And I say this in all respect because a lot of the matches get booked in the last minute. I don't know if you need to scrap it yet. That's up to the promoters to decide. You know that New Japan just canceled theirs. What the frick? What in the world did Brody just do there? Holy moly. And, of course, Mystico's got to do his Scorpion, a.k.a. the Sasha Banks. I say Sasha Banks because Mercedes rarely does that anymore. As we go to our first picture-in-picture here tonight. Montreal screwed around, lost the Expo. No, that was a dumb owner. That was just a bad owner. That's all it was. I think if you get the proper ownership in, you could get another team in Montreal, but it would take a little bit of work to get it back in. Yeah, Jeffrey Loria. Oh, don't worry. I'm very familiar with evil owners. Right now, we're dealing with a bunch of them all over the place. I think we're about to announce a new one to the world here, coming up here in the next few weeks here once NHL training camps open up after a couple management decisions here locally. Not that I'm being bitter or angry or anything at a former team that I used to give a shit about, but I digress. No, it's been a weird week already for a lot of controversy, a lot of brouhaha, a lot of talk. And even like last week, we were talking about, I just rewatched the Brody spot after the face shoot, and I agree. Why can big men, that's the thing. Brody can casually do that like nothing. And let's face it, he's not a Brian Cage, but he's got power too. That's the other thing. He's got power, he's got speed, he's got agility, he's got everything. But yeah, if you are watching in Canada, just a reminder, TSN is on, AEW is on TSN 5 tonight, not TSN 2. They moved it around with the World Cup going on and just different videos going on and such, so. I have to say this, I want Moxie. See, Nats, it's exactly what they wanted you to do. It's exactly what they want. And the other thing, and Bully actually admitted to this after, the reason he went out and did this bullshit promo and that was to get some heat off Tommy Dreamer for everything that was going on this weekend. He says he got they mutually agreed to depart ways. It's either we're going to mutually agree to fire, or are you going to be fired? And there's stories from both sides. There's two different. I'll be honest. My personal breakdown of all this BS going on right now, and it goes down to a lot of things. There are two different kinds of wrestling. There's two different kinds of pro wrestling. There's pre-Attitude Era and post-Attitude Era. And you could have pre-Attitude Era wrestling, post-Attitude Era. In terms of, I'm talking about style, I'm talking about promo techniques, I'm talking about attitudes. And I'm dealing with the same thing with sports right now here in my town. Like, we just hired, or I say we, the Edmonton Oilers just hired a coach that has a very high reputation for bullying. And not Bully Ray bullying, straight up bullying. To the point where the NHL came out and literally said, it's really crappy what he does, but there's nothing we can really do to fire him at this point. At this point, they put on there. So I expect this to last a couple weeks, and maybe until Babcock does something stupid, he gets reported, that's the end of it. But in a way, he was. In a way, he was. It's one of the instances. Insisting on seeing people's personal pictures of family and such at work. Yeah, he was doing a whole bunch of stuff, but The problem is, he's an old school guy that got results. Like he was considered the best coach in the world for a while. So people are desperate to get a championship here, so they're going to go with somebody that's less than scrupulous. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm done with the team. And I'm only talking about it because it's fresh in everybody's minds right now. So, but it's the same thing when it comes to wrestling here. Like, you got Tommy Dreamer, who is an old school thinker, and sorry, Zodiac. I know you just popped in here. We're talking about old school mentality versus new school. It started when we were talking about the Tommy Dreamer release. And Bully Ray coming in and doing his little comments last week, trying to basically get heat off Tommy. And he basically talked about how it broke down to like old school wrestling was treated in one way. And now in 2025, wrestling is mostly treated in a different way. But you still have the old school who feel that wrestling needs to be done a certain way. Didn't he say he'd beat the shit out of No, yeah, he did. That's exactly what he said. But he also said after, there is value in both to a certain level. That's the biggest thing. Like you need one to temper the other. And now while you guys like it, hey, McG, good to see you here today. Good to see everybody in here tonight. Holy crap. They actually went with a dirty finish. Well, I guess after was a bit of a dirty finish last time between these guys. Like the tag match on Saturday was a bit of a... Well, one half of the Premier Champion experience? Yes, you are, sir. Oh, and before I forget, make sure you grab your tights because you're in singles action tonight. Because I want to make some money. You are one of the most active wrestlers on the roster, and well... Oh, here we go. Hello, other half of Premier Champion experience. You get a full coin.
I'll be real, I don't feel ready at all. But the truth is, we don't have time to waste. This is Mark's opportunity. He's our world champion. And I told him I'd do anything physically possible to make sure we win.
Semifinals for me. That's next Saturday. That'll be this Saturday. You'll be taking on the winner of our main event tonight between Team Out of This World and the Pop Spot Monsters. So
I'm going to make sure that all of us have backpacks for the match. We can put whatever we want in it. I'm pretty sure Takecha's going to put that international title in his backpack.
if you want a quick rundown, I'll explain why. But the wildcard champion does have to defend her title, but she has to be in a match tonight. It's gonna be Kayla J versus Amanda Reed. I'll explain why during the show. Let's just say I got some dirty text messages and not those kind. And then we're also gonna get Game Time Will Jackson taking on Zodiac in singles action. Oh, Marina just said to hell with it. I ain't leaving the ring. And that's right. We get 2 women's matches tonight. A very rare condition over here on Dynamite tonight, which should be happening more. Even though she's She's coming out in the Supergirl gear after attending the Supergirl debut or premiere. Oh, they're actually showing the video. It was Harley and Willow that showed up for the Supergirl premiere. Should be a fun video. Should be a fun movie. Folks, give me a percentage of what you think Harley's gonna... Oh, God. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the coroner needs to come out. I wonder what percentage you give Harley here. Nigel's doing commentary tonight. 3%? No, that checks. I don't know if you want Supergirl getting her ass kicked as you're showing a premiere for the movie, right? Maybe it's just me. And Harley gets a reversal out of that. Okay. But yeah, just like Stream Elements just mentioned, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. We're going to get an ad break here in about a minute and a half, folks. I didn't get a chance to run a pre-roll tonight. We were having some technical issues that I had to clean up. I'm hoping we're past all of them now, finally. And I say that as we'll probably get disconnected in the next minute here, but... Harley's giving it a hell of an effort here. I'll give her credit. But yeah, next Wednesday is going to feature the Survival of the Fittest match. That should be the main event, I would think, with 6 people involved. And that is Canada Day, so hopefully we'll get some Canadians featured. So I wonder if you guys heard, and this directly related to the World Cup here. The way the standings are going right now, there is a decent possibility it could be Canada versus England, July 4th in Philadelphia. Anybody that knows anything knows a little bit about the significance of that. That's going to be a story and a half for the Commonwealth. Exactly. Like, I saw that come down, and I'm like, there's no way this is going to happen. We're not going to know till Sunday. So, or Saturday, sorry. That's when the round robin rounds up. So, then Sunday we'll start figuring out everything. And all right, ads are running here, folks. So, now, once again, everybody, if you are popping in late, we are going to have 3 streams this Sunday and Monday. We'll be here Sunday morning. I had some different indie companies send me some Steam codes for some demos that they got, some play tests. So, we're going to try a few of those out. There's some that are just straight demos that are up. I did get some other testing codes as well. Of course, we're going to be here for Forbidden Door. And then Monday, we're going to be here with Lego Batman. And we might be within a hair of finishing it. I got a feeling we'll finish it sometime next week. Whether it be Monday or Thursday. So, Canada turned it on too late today. Besides that, God, I hate diving in soccer. Oh, God, yeah. Anybody within a breath of you and you are flying as far as you can. Trust me, I was a soccer referee for the better part of 20 years. Like, when you say Mike the ref, it's not a gimmick. It is life. I will never forget. There was this one team that I think I issued 12 yellow cards and 1 red because there's only 11 players on the field, all for diving. Like, literally, I'm in an exact angle where I could see the space between the 2 players when the guy goes down. More cards need to be handed out for dive. Well, yeah, they need more. We had one for kicking the ball away today. Here's the part that gets me as a referee, and this is what gets me sort of upset as we're watching the match here. You can actually have VAR review if somebody's got their face covering their mouth while they're talking, which now in soccer is an automatic red card, because I could say anything to anybody about anything and it's not captured on camera with my face over my mouth. So now soccer's determined if you put your face over your mouth when you're talking to somebody, you're automatically kicked out of the game because you're automatically giving out slurs to somebody. Don't get me wrong. Get all the slurs out of the game you can. Like that stuff doesn't need to be around, but not a fan, so I was trying to enjoy the sport and consistently stop at the play takes me out. Long-term soccer fans right now, the biggest thing they're pissed off about is the hydration break. My personal opinion, if FIFA wants to fix this, which they're never going to do because there's too much money in the commercial breaks, literally change the game into quarters. You can go go 22-minute quarters or whatever. You're still going to have your added time for whatever you're going to do. It's just not going to be as much. You have your water break in the middle. And just make it official. Just don't... Like, every other game evolves as you go. Like, except for baseball. They did their first steps to do that today. Or this last year with ABS. And even then, they could just go with robo-umps for balls and strikes. The only reason they don't want to do it is because then the umpires should get paid a hell of a lot less because they ain't doing stuff out there. But yeah, like now with this ABS system, you get 2 wrong in the first inning, you don't get any for the rest of the game. Umpires are flying around in ABS, not granting him challenges. Yeah, like, I didn't see him call it. The guy's going like this. I'm sorry, that means I want a call. Oh my fucking God. Somebody go to Vegas. Somebody go to Vegas. If you're going to get Marina out of, like, guys, get off the internet. Girls, get off the internet. Get off the internet. I guarantee you there's going to be fire coming out. Going to be fire and spit and crap. Like, with Marina not getting a shot at the title again. The internet, oh yeah, like, we got enough fire going on here in Alberta, which is ironic because most of the reason is the rain. Now, this is cheeky of Tony Khan, if you think about this. Like, I also think about production in shows and how things make sense. You're showing Harley Cameron getting a huge upset on Marina Shafir when nobody expected it. And now you're showing Maya World, where the world is just churning behind your head thinking, are we going to get this? Are we going to get another one of these? Are we going to get an upset just like this? There is a possibility. Like, don't get me wrong. I think we might get a shot at it. But Maya World versus Tekla, I don't know how much that's going to sell tickets. That's the only reason I wonder about who's going to win this match. Monet and Athena are back together again as a team. Wow. I don't know how many ratings Countdown to Forbidden Door is going to get when we have BPW Madness going on this Saturday. Like, so are they going to do Aminata and Red Velvet as main event tonight or what? Is Ospreay still wonky from getting tossed out of that circle to start the show? For those that showed up late, we opened the show on the Death Riders doing their little huddle in the back. And they finished with all the Death Riders doing that little circle jump that they do with each other. Well, Ospreay decided to get into it. And just think of a centrifuge that just somebody falls out of it and throws right into the wall. Can't remember what video I was watching, but they say don't plan the winner of Maya versus Monet until the match itself and make the call based on fan reactions. I think it was I honestly feel that it was a call on the fly. It was buzzed in that Maya wins the first match against Sky Blue. I don't think it was called against Athena. I think that was intentional. By the way, folks, if you don't get a chance to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, you're in for a treat tonight. Because El Phantasmo, who was based out of ECCW and NEW out here in British Columbia, Canada, the West Coast, and has numerous matches here in Alberta. He's getting an opportunity to be on the main card again on Dynamite. I think last year he was on the pre-show. But these two really worked well together in New Japan, so this is going to be a lot of fun. But this does also feel like a brand new Ospreay too, so. Because, yeah, I'm just looking at this. Let me. Oh, they'll do Takeshita Ricochet as the main event. That makes sense. Or TMDK versus the Bucks. Either way, I think we could go with it that way, so. Like, Nats, I know you said personally you're not much into the Forbidden Door card. For everybody else, and Nats, feel free to chime in if you want here, but which match are you guys looking forward to the most on Sunday? Guys and girls, sorry. For everybody. Is it Ospreay and Swerve? Swerve Ospreay, yeah. Like, it almost feels like it is a one-match card in many respects. Like, Maya Mercedes is a little bit all over the place in terms of how I feel about it. Divine Dominion on the pre-show, you know, that's always a staple to get people going. Oh my God, those eyes on ELP. That is awesome. Going up over the top. Oh, down, up, down. And Ospreay just pressed the Y button as he got hit. God damn. Do you really want to go to the outside ELP? Really? El Phantasmal? Because honestly, that main event cage, it's going to be screwy. It was screwy last year. It just, I don't know, maybe it's just me. It just doesn't feel like it has the pop. So I get why Nat says that the card isn't really something he's really into. The Dogs versus Cope and Christian is going to be a lot of fun. Like, I'm sorry, Forbidden Door is the definition of what you would call a B pay-per-view. The problem is with AEW that standards are so damn high. All right, that sucks. What a camera view right there. Just literally right underneath as he's doing that moonsault. Hell of a fun match here so far. But yeah, this Sunday, like I said, storyline wise, you're not going to get a lot out of Forbidden Door. I don't think a lot of people are really worried about stories in a lot of the matches. There are some, and I feel that in many ways, some of the matches they're trying to push stories into where you just need to show, look, we hate each other. Let's have our match. The better one's going to win. Like, for example, Swerve Ospreay. I know that we were talking about this off the top of the show as we were talking about the promo from last week. And I know Nat's had a feeling that it was a little bit overdrawn and overstated. And I do get that. And while I disagree with the fact that it wasn't effective, I think it was, to get a lot of the feelings straightened out over it and taking the match to a different curve from where it probably was just going to be just a straight up who's better for the Owen. I don't think that's going to take away from the fact that it's going to be, like Zodiac said in the chat here, it does feel like it has potential to be match of the year. But yeah, that triple threat tag with the Bucks and teams from New Japan and CMLL. I do feel it's going to be a fun, crazy match as always, but it's just going to be a fun, crazy match that there's going to be nothing followed up on after the show. And that they usually give it one night. Like, they're going to be in San Diego the Wednesday after taping Dynamite and Collision, so you'll probably get a little bit of extra New Japan follow-up there on January or July 1st and 4th. It is the reason you're going to see a lot of New Japan people over here for the next couple of weeks, more than likely, is the fact that the first night of the G1 is July 11th, and it's happening in Chicago. So they're opening the G1 in Chicago for the first time. So with the wrestlers having to come over for that, being here for Forbidden Door, and then moving on to, you're going to have a couple weeks there between that and the G1 itself. So allows people to get over here and get a little bit more exposure in the North American scene, right? So. I love it. EOP didn't even go down. Nah, you're only getting 2 out of that. You ain't getting 3. You damn well better mention Monet and World as the other part of the main event there, if you call it a triple main event.
earn a shot at the AEW World Championship at All in London. And we have a huge week of programming for you. Not only Dynamite tonight, but Collision this Saturday, 8/7 Central.
But yeah, it's going to be absolute crazy.
Immediately by the countdown.
Just all this content all the way. And it's wrestling week. What do you expect? That was impressive right there. A little backpack stunner out of just literally going for a sliced bread, reverses it into like a backpack stunner. Half the crowd's doing AEW, the other half's doing ELP.
Of course, Forbidden Door takes place this Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5
I just like the crowd has some reaction into this, like compared to before.
will be the buy-in for Forbidden Door. We will see Divine Dominion, the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, with their titles on the line against Thunder Rosa and Olympia from CMLL.
So far we have one match on the buy-in. You know that ain't gonna fly. Because if you haven't heard, NXT's Great American Bash is going to be starting exactly the same time as the pre-show for the buy-in for AEW. So, and for the first time, coincidence, they're having 7 matches on an NXT pay-per-view. Or PLE, sorry. It is the first one on the CW app, I do believe, so... And earlier in the day, Slammiversary's on, so wrestling fans are going to be feeding well. And like I said, we'll be celebrating 6 years of me as an affiliate on Sunday. The actual date was last Sunday, but I knew I wasn't going to be streaming, so just pushed it back a week here. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ospreay's dead. Oh, we see some Y buttons going on here, kids. That was the ugliest Spanish fly I think I've ever seen in my life. At least from ELP. It's almost like ELP's twisted sideways instead of up as he was flipping over. Damn! Damn, that was a nice shot right there. Phantasmo knows what to do. Like he's got the skills. Go for a straight jacket. Oh no, never mind. Did you see the bounce off that landing of the Styles Clash there? He didn't even take the elbow pad off this time. That's how vicious that one was. Hot diggity dog. I got a feeling Swerve's going to come up. We'll have that match here coming up right away. Find it interesting that we're going to have Swerve and Danny Is it Swerve and Danny Garcia that's up next? They got to be sweet. Oh, no, Claudio was in the first match. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I see Swerve coming out to cut off. Oh, God, that's a selfie. Yep. That exit was a little bit too long for my liking. I kind of figured that's what was going to happen. Nana got the golden Beats by Dre there, or what? Or is that Beats by Swerve? Like, these two literally are just staring at each other. And Ospreay's just exit stage left. He's taking the Death Rider's entrance. Ospreay just pieced it out. Probably the smartest move he could do. Let Garcia do the damage right now, personally. Not that I expect a lot of damage out of him, but... this will be fun regardless. Weird that they used the outdoor shot right away like that. See, the only thing I hate about this entrance like this, no outside food or beverage. That's two things. The fact they're showing that the venue is as small as it is, coming through the parking lot like that. Excalibur, it's because they went 1-1 in our opening 2 matches. Let's get things straight here. I just realized we got 8 matches to go through tonight. Like, this is match 4, if I do... yeah, match 4. We had the trios match. Harley Marina. We had Ospreay ELP, and now this one with Garcia and Swerve. And still to come tonight, we have the Bucks against TMDK. Aminata and Velvet for the Survival of the Fittest. Jack Perry and Zack Sabre Jr. And Takeshita and Ricochet. So, well, there we go. There's the headphones. There's the product. Actually thinking about possibly getting some wireless. I think this match might be a lot more interesting than a lot of people think. Garcia's a good hand. Like, don't get me wrong, a good person to have around. But he needs to show a little bit of what originally made people consider him like the blue chip free indie darling that they brought in along with Wheeler Yuta at the one time. Like, I remember, like, back when we started doing these sidecasts, we always talked about Garcia being like that top free agent that they picked up when everything was all tied up with all the bigger promotions, right? Like, now the landscape's changed so much that realistically, movement has been limited to a large extent. Like, I don't expect any big signings until... and that's what I'm talking about, Nats, and you're bang on there. Like, 2 years ago, this match would have been, like... it would have been the coming-of-age match for Garcia, and now it's just... Garcia sort of falling into like this middle character right now. Garcia seems to have lost a step over the year. He looked like the future 4 years ago. Yeah, absolutely, Zodiac. Like when they talked about the 4 pillars, and I hate bringing that up because it's stupid. And we all know Britt Baker was the true 5th pillar there, even though it didn't work out. No. Alert, please.
Sir, no, sir.
No. I'm a Britt Baker fan, even though, we're not going to see her again. I'm sort of content with that. I was really... Oh, and the pillars? Pillars, yeah.
No, please, no.
Let's not bring up the pillars again. See, sorry, we were going back to this earlier, and Nats, this is what I think you were talking about. As you go through this, realistically, as you're looking at this, if they want Ospreay to be the face, you want Swerve to be the heel. And what's everybody doing right now? They're cheering Swerve. Why should I care? I think it's because it's going to be match of the year. I'll be straight up. The promo tried to make the match a little bit personal. And I just think, well, I don't think it was the worst thing in the world. For people that don't watch AEW regularly, that may be a hook to bring them in. For people that watch AEW regularly like us, like, we know how good this match is going to be. Like, this is the definition of a video game match. You put those two in there, you can make it a year. What point does AEW switch from match of the year to not remember it a year 6 months later? The only problem with AEW is the fact they have so many matches that are considered match of the year. It does, like, once again, fill into the background quite a bit. So unless you're sitting there physically going through all the matches and lining them up, you're getting into a little bit of headaches with that, right? So I wonder what... All right, chat. While we go on the ad break, tell me what Nana's listening to on the headset. At least they have matches. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, and we were talking about this earlier. The Great American Bash is actually going to be having, was it 8 matches? 7 matches on the card on Sunday? And typical, well, isn't this Saturday Night of Champions that's happening in the daytime? Which I think locally is going to be at night. I can't remember, but. Oh yeah, Nats is on a break or on an ad break right now, but everybody's on an ad break right now. So what am I saying? As we're going through this, like, I appreciate the fact that AEW, and it's one thing. What's an ad break? I'm with you. Night of Champions is in Saudi, yeah. No, as we're going through this and just checking things out. Oh. Swerve's about ready to destroy Garcia permanently. I was going to say that stomp was going to hurt. But when it comes to wrestling, like both AEW, WWE, TNA, all of them, they have great matches. It's just the presentation of the shows that's just there, personally. Want AEW fans to come back, and I feel like Tony still has an issue with rushing shit and not letting it breathe. Yeah, it's improving, but still ADHD booking. There's some ADHD booking. There's some that you take forever in, right? Like how I have Garcia. Absolutely. Like, this is going to work. And the one thing I do hope, McGee, more than anything else, I do hope Ospreay does mention, or at least works on the knee during their match on Sunday. Because, well, let's face it, that's where he's going, so... Love the Prague very just constricted, just being constricted. Absolutely. No, I get it. And I will say this month in particular, I completely agree with you more than any other when it comes to the herky-jerky storytelling here. Mainly because we were talking about this before. It's hard to develop good storyline matches involving a promotion halfway around the world. Unless you're willing to commit to have your talent over here more often. And if you're not going to have that, then this is going to be very herky-jerky for this month. But then from here, we do have a pay-per-view in between in Redemption. But for the most part, we are building up. We're going to have two storylines building up to Forbidden Door without a doubt. It's going to be the winner of the men's Owen Hart challenging for the title. It's going to be that MJF in the back of his ear that he thinks he might be. He thinks he'll be facing Ospreay, but there very well could be a different. There could be a redemption arc coming in. No pun intended. Oh, look at this. Knee and ankle. This is perfect. And a chop block to Swerve. Garcia again trying to go for that pile driver. I love that power slam right there. Garcia's on the final stretch of punishment here, so. Swerve can't do it. The leg gave up. Oh, God. Really? Folks, it looks like Garcia's been doing a little bit of learning from Ospreay, not the other way around. There's some storytelling for you. You might not want to see it, but it's there. The fact that he never did that until this point. All right, now we're wrapping things up. All right, Garcia, I see you. I wonder if he's going to go for the tap out here. Steal a finish? Aw, damn. See, Garcia must have learned the hidden blade off Ospreay, so now it becomes a steal a finisher. Isn't that the way 2K works? When you can steal a finisher, you steal a random one, and now you get the third one or something? No, I feel the top of the hour here. We're probably going to get the Bucks versus TMDK. Swerve, you can barely move. Why are you going after Garcia more? Trying to send a message, I see. Oh, time to snap an arm. Hockey fight! I love that scorpion kick. All right, so Nana's going to be an issue. Does Marina show up to take care of Nana on Sunday? Oh, damn. Garcia pulling the Devon Dudley with the... So I take it this is probably a little bit more to your liking, Nats, on how to sell this match on Sunday? I really wonder whether they're actually going to put Swerve as the winner on this. And there is totally a way that you can run this back at All In, right? All right, we're going to get a preview here of the cage match. I still find it funny that Briscoe said point blank that he will never, ever be in a one-on-one, like a 2-on-2 tag match ever again. The only person he'll ever tag 2-on-2 with is his brother. But it seems like now he is in more tag team matches than ever before. Whether it be 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5. Humanoids. Bobby Heenan's family would like to talk to you. And MJ's like, yeah, piss off. A man of few words, Mr. Okada. Even Johnny's pissing himself laughing on that one.
That door is locked. I am coming for you, Takeshita. And I'm going to prove why the family never needed you, and why I am the new. And of course, you'll get Andrade next. Mark Briscoe.
Wow. Wow. They're not even fooling around with Andrade on this one.
If I sit down, they're placing a napkin across my lap. They're putting a 45-ounce porterhouse steak in front of my face and the hottest waitress.
45-ounce porterhouse? How big is that freaking steak? Is that Flintstones? Like that sounds like a Flintstones Brontosaurus burger. Hey, Styles, good to see you back here, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Andrade, the announcement was he's going to be taking part of the tapings beginning of August. But how you doing, Styles? Hope you're doing well here. Hope everybody's doing well. Andrade and Maple Leaf Pro is going to be fun. Just watching wrestling, yeah. Close, I crushed a 60 and hitting a few years ago. Still have the shirt for it. Shame the place itself. Oh, that sucks. The fuck is that shirt? Whitefish, hey, everybody has issues. Don't worry about it. Nobody wants to see that shirt. What the fuck was that shirt? Simple as that. And the funny part is the actual bodybuilder who could fit on there is not even on that damn team. As Brian Cage is there. What in the graphic design is my passion ass shirt was that? Oh, if anything ever deserved this comment, I think it does here.
What the hell was that?
Oh, different question. Question myself why I watch so much wrestling that like it's my life. I don't even watch sports. We're all over the place here. We've been talking a little bit of World Cup earlier tonight as well. Talking about stupid NHL coaches. But yeah, tonight it's all about Forbidden Door. It's all about getting ready for Forbidden Door. As we are just a few days away. Watching FIFA 2, yeah. I was watching this afternoon. I had a couple streams up this afternoon that I was watching as well. So, watched the Canada match as well as Catherson. I was lurking on the streams as well as a few others. JPJ, a lot of people that do pop in during the week here. I try to hop over there too. So. So we'll have Jack Perry versus Zack Sabre Jr. right now. Moving into the Bucks versus TMDK right after. Pro Wrestling's my man. Hey, you know what? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, my friend. Welcome over here over on the YouTube side. Welcome to everybody on the Twitch side as well. We're having we've been having a blast tonight, I think. Honestly. Like, hell, I started calling stuff about wrestling in 2011. I started with a call-in show about WWE. It's half WWE and half CFL. 2015, I moved into indie wrestling, and then once the pandemic started, I'm one of the pandemic babies, if you haven't figured that out from the math, so. This team, TMDK, it's sort of new. There's been Mikey Nichols and Zack Sabre Jr. have been together quite a bit in different versions of teams. But like Shane Haste is over Pro Wrestling Noah right now, I do believe. That's why he's not here right now because, well, Noah and NJPW is basically the equivalent of CML and AAA when it comes to relationships with American promotions. At least for now, because things could very well change at the end of the summer here. If you haven't heard the news, which might change things up a little bit here, I'm not sure if it's just semantics or Tony Khan just trying to maximize his potential. Absolutely. At the end of August, New Japan Pro Wrestling is being removed, AEW is being removed from NJPW World, which is their WWE network, for lack of a better term. And my AEW is going to be introduced as a little more full over in Japan. Also, New Japan Pro Wrestling got sold to a TV station in Japan, so things could very well change here in the next few months. Oh! Sabre barely got out of that. It is Remsburg, so the count might be a little bit off. Am I crazy, or wasn't this a pay-per-view match on a pay-per-view the past year? It might have... Wasn't it the match... when Sabre Jr. was the heavyweight champion? Wasn't Perry his challenger before the scapegoat thing, like the year before All In? Or the month before All In? Because I remember New Japan was pissed the fact that they didn't have a quality challenger for... or what they thought was a quality challenger for their champion at that Forbidden Door. Ooh, that was nasty. Sorry, I just had a couple things pop up on the chat here, but back to the picture once again here, but no, there are certain people that wrestlers feel comfortable with, but it's been such a long time that a lot of people don't remember that match, so it actually makes a lot of sense to run it. So, by the way, in terms of crossovers, I got my crossover shirt on here. The Bucks and Omega versus Ken Ryu and Akuma. As we are also okay. Who would have been the New Japan champion when Jack Perry had challenged? I'm trying to remember who that would be. Would that might have been Okada? But either way, I was just mentioning the Evo fighting tournament's actually this weekend. It's funny because last year Evo and Forbidden Door were at the same time, which was a month later. Imagine having those loose tights. I'm sure Anna Jay's happy about that. If you got to have loose tights, there might be a reason for that. But this year, Evo got changed because of the World Cup, and Vegas was only available for this weekend instead. So they moved things back up a month, and then AEW moves their pay-per-view back to where it normally is. So... yeah, me personally, there's a lot of stuff for me to check out this weekend, so. The only difference is now Evo's not really turned into a destination for me to go to anymore, but I don't mind watching it. Some of the best competitive fighting in the world, and Oh, it was Yota Tsuji. Okay. For the Global Championship. That would have been just a few months ago. Before Tsuji lost it to Andrade. But no, I'm talking about the World Championship. Ah, Sonata, that's it. Knew it was somewhere, but I know that NJPW wasn't very happy that the fact that Perry was the opponent. Hoffman doing Hoffman things again? It doesn't really surprise me at this point. Like, what do you do with them? Do you bury them in the minors? But who do you bring up? Maybe you do. Maybe you bring Mako back up, but bring up Rodriguez. He's pretty much a gas can version too. And of course, it's a one-run lead now. Damn it! See, he can do whatever he wants for a 10 count. Remsburg, if you were smart, you'd start counting it. Vladdy's lost. I got a weird feeling, Nats. I got a feeling Vladdy's injured. Who's off a Hoffman error too? Honestly, when it comes to Hoffman, I don't think he can think hockey. Perfect timing. I think it's perfect timing for like what Hoffman needs right now is for hockey season to start. Because then fans won't care if they're out of the playoff race. A hold on the outside? No, not really. It's actually funny if you talk about that. One member in the chat here, or at least his 2K version here, ended up finishing a pay-per-view because he kept a hold on outside. If you want to go back and see that McGee kept a hold on at BPW Breakdown that kept Charlie on the outside for so long that she ended up getting counted out. The AI is still Bork, so they're still holding a spot. That makes sense, but no, it actually makes a lot of sense to do a hold on the outside. If the referee is smart, you get in the ring and start counting. Watching other promotions make you like wrestling more? Yeah, fair enough. I just like watching Sabre Jr. Like, he is one of the best wrestlers on the planet. Should have specified American League. Ugh, yeah. Oh, the American League you're talking about. Yeah, they're still holding a playoff spot just because nobody will win. Like, it feels like in the National League, the only team that's losing is the Mets. Oh, and the Pirates, because they're not allowed to win. Yeah, this is... Oh. Rockies. Nice grab up, though. Yeah. Oh, look out. Here comes the stair trap. Now, Saber's just in there that's thinking about what's going on. Just a heads up, chat on Twitch. We got an ad break in about 3 minutes here. And here comes the Kimura coming up.
No doubt he should have left the left arm behind him, but there's no way he could have. Again, a double wrist lock.
Nice clothesline. Package powerbomb. Even the Rockies are winning a few games. Hell, the White Sox are leading the division. That should explain a lot to you. Well, good luck with that. Yeah, I know this is over. Damn. Saber folded up Perry like a pretzel there. Perry just couldn't get out. This match, Omega Saber Jr., a couple years ago, might have been considered one of the matches of the year as well. Just watched the Hoffman era. I feel like I've seen that bad pickoff before when I was coaching my younger brother in baseball. Yeah, Omega just lost too many gears. Well, the surgery, right? Like, there's a lot for him to prove in this match coming up on Sunday for Omega. He needs to be able to prove that he could still go, because, like, we're already talking about the possibility that Omega could be main eventing All In. But if he looks like an idiot against Zack Sabre Jr., like, don't get me wrong, like, many people can look like idiots, but they're literally giving a count out to the match. Is this the World Cup? He was showing signs of slow down before that, though. Yeah, fair enough. Like, don't get me wrong. He did have the ability to slow down a little bit, or the progression to slow down. Sorry, but it's sort of like saying, well, let's put it this way. The easiest way to explain it: Omega 2019 to 2023 was peak. The best way I can explain it, it's like Alexander Ovechkin slowing down a gear and going from 70 goals a year to 40. It's still pretty damn good. Is that real money? I don't think so. I don't think TK would be that stupid to put that kind of money out there. Second of all, it very well could be like, that could be Young Bucks with a code for a discount on Shop AEW, maybe. See, marketing genius that I am, I would put a discount code on those Bucks. Valid for one night only, or until the end of the weekend. If TK had the kind of money that he could just literally blow it out like that for the Bucks, I would. Well, first of all, those seats right there, right by the stage, are going to be the primo seats of the entire building, because you could probably pay back your entire ticket just by sitting there. Excalibur, shut your mouth. It's only going to be it's only less than 2 minutes. When have we ever treated you wrong? Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on that. We could go for a while here. Let me take you back to a year. Notice 2023. Where everybody considered your booking the most shit in the world. Yeah, so Bad Dude Tito is not normally the tag team partner of Mikey Nichols, like we were talking about earlier. But it's still a decent faction together, right? Like they were, I believe it was Chaos that they were a part of with Murder Grandpa and Great O'Con. I'm glad we're getting Shingo Takagi on the pay-per-view. I do find it funny that the champion for New Japan Pro Wrestling, Yota Tsuji, is not going to be on the show representing their company because he thinks this interchange is crap. Which I think is interesting because the opening match of, if you didn't see the rundown of the matches coming up on July 11th to start the G1, the opening match on the tournament is Konosuke Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji. The G1 is basically the equivalent to a C2 here in North America. 2 pools of 6. Top 2 make the semis, and then there's a final. See, they really didn't even know what they were doing. That looked uglier than hell, but it worked out. Gotta love the fake out. And Nick just wants a hot tag. You know that the match has got to run somewhat quick here because they got 2 matches to go yet tonight. I don't know how much of an overrun they're going to do because they are doing a double taping tonight. This is the week before the pay-per-view, so we are used to doing a double taping on a show like this. Which we talked about before. It is a smart decision by AEW to do this. For the fact that if anybody gets injured on the taping, you can change the card without panicking too much. And you could also edit things out on Saturday and move them around. All right, this looks like this is probably it. Yep, we're done. Sort of what we expected out of this, but just because they are they're the face of AEW. Let's just call a spade here. Well, somewhat the owners too, you know. The owners always got to get an extra win here once in a while, right? All right, Omega, let's hear your music. There it is. And Perry's beating him up with an ice bag. And of course, the pre-product placement with the Stranger Than Heaven t-shirt. With the video game coming out soon. This is a big week for video games, too. They go on next week, the new Dead or Alive game's coming out. Probably going to check that out. Star Fox is out tomorrow for anybody that hasn't heard. Oh no, Omega's getting a mic. Everybody get your pillows out. Almost forgot about Star Fox. Yeah, a lot of people did.
This Sunday, Forbidden Door. It's going to be you and I, one-on-one. May the best man win. And I mean that truly. Because once I do win, that is Zach. I'm up for redemption. So enjoy these next few days.
I think the word redemption was used on purpose there, folks.
Everyone's going to forget about you like they did last year.
Oh, shit. Oh, they're cutting them off.
Kenny, try to stay out of hospital, right, darling?
Just to get that little shot in. Tekla and Starlight Kid, not a single word between the... Not an interaction between either one, just because, you know... How is it increasingly volatile when we haven't seen either one of them interact with each other? I do remember seeing this. This was great. She's trying to cut the hair of the old promoter that fired her. Okay, so they actually had the fight in Stardom. Okay, we'll take that. Starlight Kid holding the title. Your belt's the other way, by the way, if you're wondering where it is. So I was going to say, this pretty much feels like it's going to be a Queen Aminata win just to get her back on the board here. But, hell, after what we saw in the first match, all bets are off the board here, folks. It's funny that Excalibur's trying to explain a story right now. And it just... Why? Just... Save it for Sunday. First time that Aminata's been on TV since the injury. And honestly, Aminata, with the history that she had with Tekla, like, Aminata was Tekla's first feud in AEW. And never got an opportunity to really finish off that feud because of the injury.
Next week we'll have preferential treatment. All six have to earn their opportunity.
So we're going to get our last match on Saturday, obviously, for Survival of the Fittest.
Regal, Queen Aminata using her power. It's the fast-moving and versatile Red Velvet.
Of course, we're looking forward to our return to San Diego next
Like Red's been improving every year that she's been in here. Like,
Headed to the beautiful beaches of Clearwater, Florida. You can catch all the action live at the Bay Care Sound on Wednesday, July 8th. You can join us by visiting
and we're getting Jericho versus Ciampa at Beach Break, by the way, if you didn't hear earlier. Hey, PJC. Dynamite's been treating us okay here tonight. We've had a lot to talk about as we're getting ready for Forbidden Door on Sunday. We were trying to avoid the internet for the fact that Harley Cameron beat Marina Shafir in a TBS qualifying match. But yeah, lining up everything going forward here for the card. Everything seems to be running smooth. Moxley and the Death Riders, Claudio and Yuta, defeated Brodito and Mystico in a trios match where Moxley ended up using the title, so he had to sneak out the back door. You had Ospreay beat ELP, El Phantasmo. Swerve Strickland beat Danny Garcia. Knight and Xavier, that's going to be fun on Saturday.
puts his title on the line against Desmond Xavier this Saturday ahead of Forbidden Door live on pay-per-view coming up this Sunday.
Ooh. And yeah, we're going to get Monet and Athena versus High and Maya World on Saturday as well. The Bucks beat TMDK, Mikey Nichols, and Bad Dude Tito. We also had Zack Sabre Jr. defeat Jack Perry in a very fun match. And now we got our second Survival of the Fittest qualifier, the 5th of 6, with Queen Aminata and Red Velvet going at it. Yeah, Bad Dude Tito getting another Shane Hayes staying around because he's in Noah booking here in a tag match. So PJC, maybe you know, is Shane full time in Noah, or like is there a split there from TMDK and like the original tag team? I think so at this point. But yeah, with Noah's affiliation with WWE, I knew that Shane Haste wouldn't be on the show, but yeah, and our main event tonight is going to be Takeshita versus Ricochet for the international title. So I would imagine he's just a freelancer with Noah as his home promotion. Yeah, and the fact that he's working Noah makes me feel that he's probably not going to be on anything related to NJPW, or more importantly, in AEW. Because if any of that footage gets over to WWE, it's another AAA CMLL issue again, right? So, but no, other than that, we've been talking World Cup. We've been talking about idiot coaches. We've been running down the week here. Talked about how this weekend's is the 6-year anniversary for me being an affiliate here on Twitch. Some of the plans we got. I'll bring them up again after this match here because we'll do the traditional run through of the schedules. So, but yeah, as we it's been a fun night so far. Like overall, just everybody's having a blast here, and I hope everybody here is enjoying themselves, whether they're lurking, whether they're chatting. I am going to I'm going to find out how to get this done properly, but I am going to set up a check-in for you guys, as well as I'm looking at some other things that we can do here. Let's just put it that way. I do have to refix my blurps up a little bit since you guys, I'll spice it up a little bit here and change things over a little bit. Well, yeah, the big announcement that we had today in terms of videos, as of July 1st, Walker Pipe Guy's run through of the Mario Party Challenge will be getting a 7-day a week release schedule every day at 6 a.m. Mountain. So any of the other stuff that will be coming up later in the day, approximately 1 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Eastern. So that will include Backbreaker Pro Wrestling starting in July. Plus also Rick Jules is back streaming again, so we're going to have some Pokemon Infinite Fusion on here. Along with some other stuff, like I think he's playing Skyrim tonight, so. Let's just say there will be a lot more YouTube stuff going up here in the next few weeks. And then I can work on maybe getting some clips working here and start getting things into gear. Oh, and Harley Cameron came out as Supergirl. I just noticed that with the background there. As you can see, the Supergirl ad around the ring. It was sort of my subtle hint and idea that Harley was not going to lose. Because you don't want to advertise a movie and then all of a sudden have the person dressed up as the main character of the movie just randomly lose, right? Block, block. I think that was supposed to be a slingshot suplex. And Velvet didn't get herself high enough, so Aminata just said, "The fuck with it, let's go." So yeah, they're talking about Survival of the Fittest. That will be the main event of next Wednesday's show. And it really makes me wonder who's going to be the actual... Who would they pick as their TBS champion at this point? It almost feels like Shida would be the early bet on that. But I don't want to even pick. I don't want to make a solid pick until we actually see who's got that 6th spot. Because as we've seen with the Owen Hart tournament, anything can happen when you get filled in at the last minute. Damn! Velvet taking a shot there. Frog splash to the back. Aminata just dead rolling over instead of, not a real forceful kick out, just ugh. Makes me think Aminata's moving on because I think Frog Splash is the finish. Oh, it's the tape. I thought she was pulling hair. When you're the smaller person, both height-wise and strength-wise, I would suggest not getting into a hard striking match. Unless you sincerely think that that you're legitimately the faster one. All right, you're dead. You're dead. Good night. You see her lining up on that bottom rope. I forgot how physical that freaking knee was on that bottom rope. Just how devastating it looked. That is going to be a fun match with everybody that's in it already. But who's going to be number 6? Don't touch the title.
Nick, Matt, this Sunday at Forbidden Door, you guys are in a 3-way interpromotional tag team match against Unbound Company and Sky Team. How do you think things are going to go on Sunday?
Renee, the momentum is on our side. We saw tonight. The Young Bucks are on their way back to the top of the tag division. And on Sunday, we're going to super kick that Forbidden Door down in that 3-way.
The dogs and Copenhagen just randomly going through here. Are you guys good? Yep. But just that stare down. Oh my God, somebody's in a wheelchair. Oh my God, they found... Connors, you freaking coward. Oh, of course they got to use hairspray. And a kick to the dick. Is that one going to reach? Christian literally has to move over so it reaches. All right, Finley. Really? Oh my God, he's got the Christian glasses. How old are those? Well, at least they're giving you a reason to watch the tag match out of that. Oh, this is going to be a fun main event, and I wonder how much time they're going to get. How much overrun are we going to get tonight? I want to make sure that we get Backbreaker Pro Wrestling in at a decent time tonight, but as per tradition, as we are heading into our main event, I'll give you a rundown what's coming on the channel this week, because it is a very big week around here. After we're done here, we got Backbreaker Pro Wrestling lined up. We have... We're going to have Zodiac taking on Game Time Will Jackson. We're also going to have, let me correct myself. One half of the Premier Champion Experience, Zodiac, is going to be taking on Game Time Will Jackson. We're also going to get Kayla J taking on the new Wildcard Champion, Amanda Reed, in a non-title match. I'll explain why when we get there. Yes, I know the title is always supposed to be defended, but we'll get to that when we get there. And in our main event tonight, we are having a number 1 contenders elimination match. It is going to be Team Out of This World, Jupiter Rising and Cloud Chaser taking on the Pop Spot Monsters, Andre C. and the new BPW World Champion, AWS. And then coming up on Thursday, we'll have a playthrough of... Lego Batman. We are just getting into chapter 4, which I do believe there's 6 chapters in the game, so I think we're about halfway done the story. So we're having a lot of fun with it. It's a lot of nostalgia. It's a lot of creative liberties on the nostalgia. all there. Saturday, AEW Collision, as well as Backbreaker Pro Madness, which is going to feature the winner of tonight's match taking on the North American Connection, Seth Ross and Nick Ontario, for a shot at the BPW Tag Team Championships, along with 2 other great matches that are to be announced. And then coming up on Sunday morning, time TBA, it's probably going to be around noon Eastern, 10 a.m. Mountain. Maybe even earlier if I can get it sooner. We're going to have a little bit of an indie showcase here on Steam. Got a few codes that we're giving out. One is going to be, we're going to have Frisbee Golf involved. We're also going to be having, I believe, I can do it this way. We're also getting, it's called Polyfighter. It is basically think of Cult of the Lamb meets Mega Man meets a fighting game. And we're also going to get Vertical Aces Volleyball here, which is a pro volleyball game, sport close to my heart. We're going to have AEW Forbidden Door at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have the Sidecast here. And then Monday, we're going to be back with a little bit of Lego Batman as we're going to try and wrap up the game close to the end of June here. But as always, folks, whether you're lurking, chatting, or just looking for a great time, I always appreciate you here. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you are watching over on the Twitch side, make sure you're following if you haven't already. And if you really like what you see, consider subscribing. Any funds that go in are going to be going out towards this channel as well. So, is Ricochet literally just going to gather every single title under his mantle here? What is this new graphic? Very interesting background. It's no longer the dark red of the Don Callis family. I like it. I like that background. I like it's changed a little bit. I'm okay with a Ricochet push, but it would have to be an actual push off a cliff. Excalibur talk about jacket game tonight. It looks like Ricochet's lost his hair too, which also is, helping out this crowd here tonight. Seems like the feed decided it wanted to close down a little bit here too as it's going up. Well, that's how you use your jacket game to your advantage. I'm glad that AEW is having more audio issues than I have tonight. Round out press. Ricochet just said the hell with it. I'm not loading now because I'm not going to be able to do half this stuff later. 450 out of nowhere. Ricochet honestly is the definition of video game wrestling. Sorry, just fished off the ad break. Thank you for coming back, everybody. I love this crowd. They're like, you're good, but you're still bald. Yeah, I wonder, like, and here goes the feed. A Takeshita line, not a Steiner line. Okay, I see you. Very nice elbow, standing shooting star, like straight out of the playbook of Ricochet. I love this. The thing about it, the thing about Ricochet is the fact that he's literally so smooth with everything he does. So we hit into probably our last commercial break of the night. I don't want to guarantee it because, well, our last picture-in-picture because, hell, they could run till 8:30 at this point. All I hope is that Saturday they actually run it properly here. So, like, actually show us the entire show, not having to surf the high seas for it. Like, if you want to talk about the reason why AEW's growth is stagnating a little bit here in Canada, the fact that we can't get half the shows because, well, NASCAR has decided to interfere halfway through it, that might be part of it. Like, if you're not going to... If you're not going to give us the opportunity to actually watch the shows properly, then why are we going to bother caring about your product, right? Like, I know Crave and all those, they allow you to see it the next day, but that doesn't work. I want to see it now. I want now. I want it all. I want it all, and I want it now. Ricochet does have like the level of cockiness that Ricochet has is pretty much second to none in AEW. But it's the fact that he can back it up, right? But honestly, guys, like matches like this are just such the norm in AEW. And the fact that they're going to get that much more, because we're literally 1 month away from that free agent frenzy that we're talking about, where Creed and Kofi will probably show up. My personal feeling is Creed and Kofi show up at Redemption. They'll be free for about 3 days after the, like on the day of the pay-per-view. I believe it's the Thursday before is when their 90 days is up. And then just as you want to get ready for All In, what better way to do it than set it up on the pay-per-view before? And that Montreal crowd is going to be absolutely bonkers for that show. I almost guarantee it. Just invite the Canadians around for it. Oh, little AJ Styles tribute there. With the over-the-top drop-down drop kick with the pose. Shout out to Mr. Styles on that one. Short, convenient strikes there, to say the least. All right, Takeshita, you're going flying for no reason. Let's go. Oh, he'll go outside. He'll just go outside the other way.
Up to the floor, Ricochet. Now he knows. On the move.
Triangle drop kick. Shout out to Chris Jericho.
Dangerous territory for Takeshita to be in ahead of that massive 12-person steel cage match coming up at Forbidden Door this Sunday.
That's right. Ricochet's not on that card.
DC, MJF, and Team Personal earn a shot at MJF's AEW World Championship. But have them got a big night on Saturday. And in
If we had the Don Callis family come out and cost Ricochet that title, that would be the extra exclamation point on this. We're ending with chaos, by the way. We have to end up with all 12 people out here, right? That has to happen, I would think. Mystical and Bailey versus the Premier Athletes. Okay. Hey, we get Billy Starks on Saturday.
will face JD Drake one-on-one, plus the big main event. Mercedes Moné teams up with Athena to face Hana.
So who are we getting for Survival of the Fittest sixth woman? Is that going to be like a wild card that they're just going to announce at the show? Because in that case, that'll be my pick. Or maybe it's the loser of the Owen Hart tournament.
Shoulder came up, strong and proud from Ricochet, despite the long legs of the international champion.
Or
Able to get them across the shoulder.
what if, chat? What if that's where they pull the trigger on the surprise signing? Whether it be Charlie, whether it be Kaylee Ray, formerly known as Alba Fire. What if it's one of those big announcements that we're thinking about?
Rancho just outside of Albuquerque, but Ricochet has had the better of the champion for large portions of this match, Tony.
Whether it be Britt Baker. Like I said, I wouldn't mind it, but at the same time, I don't think it's happening. Could you imagine if it was, though? You were there the last time Britt Baker debuted with me, Zodiac. Or debuted on AEW when you were there with me at that time.
Tremendous match tonight, gentlemen. Ricochet looking for vertigo. Takeshita knew it. Counters the roll-up. Ricochet rolls through. Takeshita brought through. Ricochet back. Hoping for vertigo, but instead Takeshita.
Well, it's on our intro for the stream for the last, 2 years. So,
Takeshita drives down Ricochet, but he's not done, Nigel.
Looking tuck in shade. High angle wheelbarrow suplex. Ricochet is out on his feet. No, he's not.
I look a little different now. Well, so do I, too. So,
Ricochet caught Takeshita, the Enziguri.
it's one of the reasons why I changed things up a bit. That and the fact I want one intro for both shows. Nigel gonna run out the ring here.
I thought it was done. I thought it was over with. How Takeshita got out of that, I'll never know.
I'm not sure he did. But the official's word final there.
A narrow escape for the AEW International Champion, Konosuke Takeshita.
Gee whiz. Ricochet dropping the champion high across his shoulders, the back of his neck. Takeshita is hurt.
Ricochet showing off to the camera. Always a death knell in these kind of matches. Steal a signature.
And now Ricochet not done. Ascending the ropes.
He's already hit a 450 splash. Can he do it again?
Shooting
Shooting star.
star press on the money. See, unless he hits a 630, he ain't going to do nothing here. Because he hits a 630, I declare this over. Because he hasn't hit a 630 in how long now? It's got to be years.
Takeshita, former Olympic level decathlete that we've talked about. Level.
And the feed just randomly dies. Dies and comes back again. Like I said, I'm very thankful our feed hasn't died yet. Maybe Twitch has figured their stuff out. Twitch or OBS, one or the other. Yes, I'm flirting with danger as I say that, so. Oh, God. And Ricochet lands on his feet. Oh, God, this is trouble. Damn! Talk about a counter. Counter, counter, counter. Now he's got to hit that power drive knee. Oh, damn. All right, we got a Rico Salt here. I didn't think he'd be using it anymore after what happened. And, of course, ref getting his well-due here. Takeshita pulls the referee in the way. And Takeshita said, "To hell with your spirit gun." Power drive knee, raging fire coming up. What a debut title. Is that his first title defense? I don't know if it's first or second, but either way. What a hell of a match. I wonder if they're actually going to drop the title soon for... I wonder if they're going to drop the title for Takeshita because he's leaving for the G1. Or are they going to take him with the title out there? Because if you don't know the tradition of the G1, if you're a champion in the G1 and you get pinned, it's an automatic eliminator match where the person who you died, where the person you beat as champion has to give you a title shot. And now we get a promo where everybody comes out. Why don't we just bring everybody out and start beating the piss out of each other? To hell with these words. Because I don't see this being much more than that, really. Yes, it's an MJF promo, which you can give or take depending on which way you go here.
Sunday night at Forbidden Door is going to be steel cage warfare. It's going to be 12 men, one cage. And me and my buddies, we ready to have some fun. We ready to throw down in Cali live on pay-per-view, baby.
Bang, bang. By the way, Mick Foley's not going to be on the show on Sunday due to an extra booking already.
In this type of match, we got bodies, if you will. Let me take you back to the most recent rendition of Blood and Guts. The conglomeration, the Death Riders, the toughest group in professional
Wait, you had booked McFoley for your sidecast? I wish I could. I wish I did, Iceman. But unfortunately, Mick Foley normally does the pre-show for AEW for their pay-per-views now. Unfortunately, he's got a prior commitment that he's not going to be able to make it. So the feed didn't die, you jackasses. Fuck.
Championship held by none other than the scum of the earth himself, Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Well, I'm warming up the Xbox. Nats doesn't have much feeling for the Hey, Snacks. Who's this hot streamer? Did you click on a button and then type? Did you click on the wrong button and then type that? Just wondering, just throwing it out there. Oh, God.
It's not world championship material. Well, that's all right, Max. This is America. You can say what you want. You can have any opinion that you want.
Oh, great. Well, we're going to hear Max's opinion here in just a minute.
The last time we faced off one-on-one in this ring, I beat your ass, and you know that I can do it again.
They're trying their damnedest to get people to care about this match. And I'm with, like I said, I'm with Nats here. I think the basis of the story's already here. We've already been there for long enough. I'm doing okay. It's been a busy week, but a good week. Having a lot of fun with AEW here tonight. We're going to get Backbreaker Pro Wrestling fired up here in just a moment. Oh, and here comes Don Callis to talk. I really don't want to. This is not the overrun we need for this. And there's MJF in the back. I would assume that we're going to get all 12 people out here. And here comes Fletcher for the block. Which means Takesha's going to be out here in just a moment. Or maybe Takesha's not going to be out here. Oh, there he is. One move too late. Or is it going to be everybody's going to hit their finisher at this point? Yep, there it is. And Okada comes out. It's his Rainmaker. Sorry, let me correct myself. Rainmaker. O'Reilly for the ankle lock. And here comes Kevin Knight for his flying clothesline. And here comes Darby with a Scorpion Death Drop. How's AEW been? It's been all right. It's been a fun night. We had the shock of the night when Harley beat Marina for the TBS Survival of the Fittest match. We also got Queen Aminata that qualified for next week. TMDK was here. Basically a pre-pay-per-view show. The only thing I haven't liked about tonight is what we're doing right now. We're 15 minutes over, and we're going into the everybody coming out for the main event spot right here. You know where you get the 6-on-6 cage match? You're getting everybody to get their everybody's got to come out and hit their finisher and, you know, just have that schmoz to end the night. And MJF finishes the night off with a kick in the dick. Never mind. Briscoe hits the J-Driller to finish. Nope, never mind. Andrade didn't show up. That's right. All right, we'll take that. No, it's been good. By the way, Art, Will Jackson's in action tonight. If you didn't know. Just saw the clip of Ospreay followed during the Death Riders pre-match thing. Oh, it was amazing, Andre. It was.
I'm back.
Yeah, and Andre, thank you for the 54 months. I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing once again. I appreciate you. Ironically enough, you're in the main event tonight. And, yeah, Andrade's out. Andrade's out of Team Callis, guaranteed now. After that bullshit from earlier tonight in that promo, I guarantee you he's out. A kick in the dick is better than a kick in the head with a frozen boot. It depends how big your balls are. You got no balls, it don't matter, right? But I'll say this, and I have to ask everybody in the chat here, as we're getting ready here, we're going to go to a break here in just a moment, and then we'll, over on Twitch, we'll go to a break. We'll get BPW fired up here rather quickly here. Did this 12-man beatdown give you any more incentive to watch the show if you weren't planning on it before? I'll be perfectly honest. The answer is no. If you are excited about the pay-per-view, you're going to be watching the pay-per-view for everything in there. Plus, we are going to probably have a match of the year contender once again with Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland. Plus, a lot of chances for a lot of crazy top-quality matches. Like, I'm really curious to see how Maya World's going to handle being in there with Mercedes on a pay-per-view during the main pay-per-view. And I wonder if they're going to pull a call. Like Nats was saying, there's rumors that they're saying they're not picking a winner until they get to the point. That kind of never does anything to sell anyone. I feel like it might hype people up already plan to tune in for that one match. Yeah. I think that's about it, to be perfectly honest with you here. But all in all, once again, just a great night of wrestling. The Death Riders sneaking out a victory over Mystico and Brodito. We had Zack Sabre Jr. defeating Jack Perry. We had... oh, Jesus.
I'm back.
Oh, my God. He signed to the Joseph Wall. Game Time Art, 53 months. If you haven't heard, Joseph Wall is pick number 53 to play with the Flyers. I think his regular one is retired. I think 60 might be used up for someone. I'm not sure. I don't know the whole story, but either way. No, Art, thank you. Andre, thank you. I appreciate all of you for subbing in here and just helping support the channel. It's always appreciated. We got a lot of great things coming up here. If you heard earlier, we are going to be doing a indie stream here coming up on Sunday morning. Demo stream a little bit. So... a lot of great things coming up on the channel. But speaking of great things coming up on the channel, For those watching on Twitch, hang on for a sec. For those watching on YouTube, that's going to wrap up tonight's edition of the stream in the AEW Dynamite Sidecast. Next time we're live over on the YouTube side is this Saturday. Hopefully with the AEW Collision Sidecast, if goddamn NASCAR doesn't decide to make a left turn into a ditch somewhere and hold things up for an extra 2 hours. Yeah, I'm still bitter about what happened there, but if you are watching right now, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe. Tell all your friends. Hell, tell all your enemies. And we'll see you all here next Saturday and Sunday for some great AEW wrestling. Take care, everybody. We will see you.